Welcome back to another video. My camera may die any second because I've got to charge it, so if I suddenly cut out, that's why. It is Christmas Day as I am filming this. Excuse the state of me, I haven't showered yet because it's the morning and I thought I'd train and then just shower. So it is Christmas morning, it is 9 AM. I am now about to get my session done as quickly as I can. It's really light, it's ascending Larsen and press into a single, very light deadlifts, and then I've got like a little glute circuit that takes me like less than 10 minutes. So the whole session should take me less than an hour, hopefully closer to 45 minutes once I just start and crack on. Shoulder's feeling okay today. It's a little bit gamming as I kind of move it around, but it's not feeling any worse after yesterday's session. So if you've watched the last video, you know that my shoulder started to feel a bit worse, but it doesn't feel any worse today. It kind of feels as good as it did yesterday morning. So fingers crossed, it just kind of gradually gets used to the new style of benching that I'm doing, which is a bit more of a flared bench, which puts more pressure on the shoulder. But yeah, hoping that it just kind of, my body adapts to it over time. Yeah, nothing to really say. We don't really do tons for Christmas. Basically, the plan this morning is just to spend the morning at home, go to my parents for lunch. We're going to have to leave Zuko here, so we don't want to be gone for more than a couple of hours. Obviously, we don't really want to leave him for long anyway, especially on Christmas Day. Then we're going to come home for a few hours. I will probably have an afternoon nap. And then we're going to go to my boyfriend's parents for the evening and take Zuko with us. So kind of chilled day, to be fair, a little bit of driving, but no one lives too far away, so it'll be good. It'll be a relaxed Christmas, which is what I like. We don't really do tons for Christmas. Like, we like to just use it as a bit of a recharge period, I think. Especially this year, like, it's been such a manic year. It's good to just kind of relax. So yeah, nothing to really say. Just gonna crack on and get my session done as quickly as possible.
We've said our goodbyes, but we won't go home just yet. You've got your head down, just like when we first met. I can't believe it's ending. Why did we fuck it up? So stupid and upsetting. How can I give you up? We've said our goodbyes, but we won't go.
Okay, so that is bench done. Literally done in 10 minutes, so happy with that. Felt really easy, really comfortable. Only thing was, I think it was on the 85, so my third ascending set. As I got up, I was like, oh, my shoulder feels worse. Like, it definitely didn't feel good. Also, camera is literally about to die, so I'll film the rest on my phone and recap later. But yeah, my shoulder didn't feel great, so I just focused on the next two sets, on my set at 90 and then my top single, of really like protracting my scalp down a bit more and just keeping my shoulders in a slightly more protected position while still flaring. And I think that definitely helped, but it's just annoying that that's one more thing I have to think of. It definitely didn't feel as strong either. Obviously, if it's pain-free, it's better than and to like feel a little bit weaker, but be pain-free. So just gonna keep playing around with it. Hopefully my shoulder does adapt. I'm sure it will. I'm just not used to that kind of movement, but we'll see. Anyway, gonna stop talking because I really want to get the session done as quickly as possible. So I'm now gonna deadlift, but I'll film the rest of deadlifts on my phone and then I'll recap the session kind of later on once I've charged my camera.
Let's stay here in this moment, pretend that we're not broken, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Cause when the moon is falling, our love will turn to nothing. So kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Give me this one night, hold me one last night, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Give me your love now, before it runs out, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. It wasn't easy, but somehow you fell for me. I was your baby, and you were my clarity. I can't believe it's ending. Why did we fuck it up? So stupid.
Okay, so it is Saturday evening, and when I say evening, it is 20 to 9. Not how I planned for the day to go. Well, kind of is. So this morning I got up early to, basically we went to pick up a sofa from my boyfriend's parents that they were giving us. So we went to theirs, we got there about 10 this morning, so I got up earlier this morning, I got up at 7:30 with Zuko. And I wanted to just finish, so I did loads of meal prep last night, so this morning I was just like freezing bits and sorting out what I wanted in the fridge, what I wanted in the freezer, just to hope we get back on track a little bit and prepare me for when I start my cut soon. But I also wanted to just clean all of the floor in the downstairs of the house, like all of the hard floor, so that it was obviously clean when we picked up the sofa. So this morning was like cleaning and then busy, and then before we went to get the sofa as well, I wanted to work through some of the replies with clients. I didn't have too many messages to go through because I did I did a lot yesterday, so I didn't have that many new messages this morning. So I did that all before we went. So we went and got the sofa, which ended up being, so I thought we were literally going to go. It came apart quite easily, put it on the van, bring it back, set it up, done by like 11 at the latest. No. We didn't leave his parents until 11:30, I think, because we could, well, I say I didn't really contribute. We couldn't work out how to take the backs off the sofas, and they didn't fit through the doorways without taking the backs off, and it just took a long time. And then his parents came here to help us put it all together here and just kind of carry everything in. And they didn't leave until gone 12, and I had friends coming over at 3. Originally, the plan was going to be essentially get back from the sofa, train as soon as like we get back and the sofa is set up, and then do a little bit of cleaning in the house, because the house has been a bit of a mess obviously over Christmas and everything, and we've been slowly trying to catch up with cleaning, find homes for all the new stuff we've got. I say all the new stuff, it's like a shit ton of like toiletries and stuff that just we don't have space for, and so like the bathroom's been a mess because everything's just kind of been on the side and just things like that. And I just felt ready to kind of get the house clean and just kind of get my mind ready to, like, I wanted everything clean. Does that make sense? Probably not. So yeah, this morning that didn't happen. So I came in here, I think it was 1, once everything was, once we'd set up the sofa and everyone had gone, I'd had a drink and everything, and like came in his train at 1, and then I was like, no, I've got 2 hours until people get here, providing they're not early, which they weren't, to be fair. So I could have probably done it just to get my squats, bench and accessories done. Not that I have tons of accessories today, but it's not the point. I was like, 2 hours is enough time for me to get my session done, but it's not enough time for me to get my session done, get in, potentially shower, clean, get changed, and then get a little bit of cleaning done in the house. And I literally came in here, I put my stuff in here, and I was like, no, too stressed, like absolutely way too stressed. So I ended up just going in, and me and my boyfriend did like a really good clean, not really good clean, but like a decent clean of like, or just a sort. Like we went through some of the drawers in the kitchen to make space for stuff for storage, because we had stuff we didn't need that we could chuck out, like, and just things like that. So I had a good sort this afternoon, and then I had like an hour to kind of eat and relax before my friends came over. They left just after 7, half 7-ish, and then I had to eat quickly, so I had some baked oats and some yogurt, and then now it's nearly 9 o'clock. I needed to let that digest. I was quite bloated after I ate that, I think, because I was so hungry that then I ate and I like bloated up a little bit, so kind of let that settle. I am also on my 2nd can of Monster today, which I do not like to do. I had a can of Monster earlier, thinking that I was training earlier, and obviously I didn't train, and then it was like 7:45, and I was like, I'm just gonna have another one. So here we are, it's nearly 9 PM, and I'm now about to start training. But this session is super light, like it's week 1. I don't even know, I think my top set on squats is 150 for 5, which a little bit crazy that that's my week 1 weight, and I'm taking like big jumps each week. And then back offs, I don't know what my back offs are, but they're in my diary, they're written down. So it is a light session, and then bench, to be fair, I think my top single on bench is meant to be 110 today, which is very heavy for a week 1. However, I'm strong enough to bench that on week 1, so we're gonna go with it. I could be wrong, that might not be what it is, but I think it is. So bench is quite heavy, but I can still get through it quickly, it's not a problem. And then I can't remember what accessories I have, but I have some accessories after as well. Then yeah, it's all gonna be fine. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Like tomorrow we're just gonna continue getting stuff sorted in the house, making the house a bit nicer, and just have a bit of a chill day before everything kind of goes back to normal as of like the start of next week. I mean, to be fair, everything is kind of back to normal already. I've been meal prepping slowly over the last few days and just like testing out some recipes and stuff that I want to use, and making sure they're nice and just like that sort of thing. Figuring out ways to put more like plants and everything into my meals as well. Like I don't enjoy eating vegetables. I'll admit it. I hate the taste of literally all of them. There is not one that I actually enjoy. I really enjoy fruit, but obviously fruit is quite high in sugar, high in carbs. I don't mind the fact that they're high in carbs, but it just takes up some of my macros, obviously. So I am trying to and also fruit doesn't have all the nutrients in that I need, like obviously, so I need to get vegetables in and stuff as well, which I do, but I cook them into my recipes. Like as much as I can't ever be bothered to cook, I am quite a good cook, and I do enjoy it once I start, but it's just getting myself to start. So the last few days I've been like looking online for recipes. I've actually been scrolling on TikTok for a lot of recipes as well. And kind of looking for like fake away kind of meals as well, because if I'm cutting weight, I want to enjoy my food. Like, I am a foodie, I need to enjoy my food. So that is one thing that I'm kind of prioritizing at the moment, is just looking for meals and recipes that I can like find online, and then I'll tweak them for how I want them to be as well. Like, I'm quite good at finding a recipe, like even if it's not like a macro friendly, like let's say lower fat, higher carb, or like higher fat, lower carb, depending on what day of the week it is, because I'm basically doing higher fat, lower carb on my rest days. I mean, lower carb is a bit dramatic, like it's not really low carb. I'll talk through my macros more when the cut actually starts, and break down kind of like the plan, but I'm basically trying to find some higher fat recipes and some higher carb recipes. But also, if I just find like a basic recipe of a food that I enjoy, I'm quite good at tweaking it for what I need it to be. So that's something I'm kind of working on at the moment, because I would like to share more of them on here, and also I want to make a little bit of a PDF for clients as well, just with some meal ideas and recipe ideas, because I hate the idea of people eating obviously like boring food all the time to try and reach their goals, because it's just not necessary. Anyway, that was literally not the point of me sitting down here, and I need to crack on and train. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to train.
How can I give you up? It won't be easy, but say you'll remember me. Let's stay here in this moment, pretend that we're not broken, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. 'Cause when the moon is falling, our love will turn to nothing. So kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Give me this one night, hold me one last night, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Give me your love now, before it runs out, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. As from now on.
Okay, so just finished squats. I look at state. So squats were really uncomfortable, really easy, nothing to really say. I did rush indoors after I'd finished them, and I went really dizzy. So I think because I was out of breath, because I literally just rushed through my back offs, like they were really comfortable. So I literally just did them with like 2 minutes in between each at most. And I went indoors and the heating's been on, and I think the heat just got me, because it's literally like, I don't even know how cold it is out here, like 3 degrees probably. Okay, it's 5 degrees out here, so it's obviously really cold in here. And then going in the heat while I was a bit out of breath, I literally was like, oh, I feel like I might pass out. So I had to lay on the kitchen floor, which is why my hair is like this. And then as I lay on the kitchen floor, Zuko wanted to just dive on me. So he like dived in my face, which it was sweet, because then when he realised I wasn't really in the mood to play, he did just kind of like lay by my side. But I kind of got attacked by the dog, and he was like pulling at me. So yeah, not the kind of break I wanted between squats and bench, but it's all good. To be fair, I was only in there for like 5 minutes, so it didn't actually take me long. I felt all right. I could feel myself slowly getting dizzier and dizzier. So I was like, I need to lay down. So yeah, that wasn't ideal. But squats themselves were really comfortable, really easy, exactly how week one should be. Kind of didn't take them serious enough, did rush them. Feeling bloated also made them feel a little bit more uncomfortable than normal, but is what it is. Like, I am probably going to start like my cut from Monday. Bit nervous to weigh myself, not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm in the 90s right now. Not that I feel like I've been overindulging too much, but I just haven't been consistent. I've not really been moving loads, like, but it's fine. Zuko's first walk will be Tuesday, so from then my steps should be up a little bit, although we can't walk far at a time. It'll at least get a bit more movement in, and I'll make a more active effort to obviously move more while I'm cutting. So yeah, but I will probably weigh myself Monday. What I might do is just do a week of normal tracking, let my weight kind of settle, and then assess where I'm at, but let's see, we'll see. I'm probably going to do 2 weeks of like slightly higher calories anyway, and then slowly start dropping them rather than go straight into a deficit, because that will help me hold on to my strength more. But obviously I'll talk about that more when the time comes. I'll kind of talk through the plan a bit more, how I approach cutting as a powerlifter that wants to obviously continuously get stronger. But yeah, for now, I need to bench.
We're no longer together. You walk me home, but before you go, let's stay here in this moment. Pretend that we're not broken, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Forget the moon is falling,
Okay, so I've literally just finished training. Zuko is in the gym because he heard me talking outside and was jumping up the shutter door, making loads of noise. So I let him in, but I don't trust him because he's just like exploring in the gym. Come here. I'll bring him up here. He might not stay for long though. So bench was okay. Didn't feel amazing, but that's mostly just because I'm really uncomfortably bloated. So like bracing, trying to fill my chest with air rather than my stomach expand just didn't even feel possible. Like I just like anytime I kind of breathed in and tried to get that brace in, like expand my rib cage, it was just my stomach and it just felt like really uncomfortable. So my last one was 105, I didn't film, but it actually felt surprisingly comfortable compared to the rest of my warm-ups. But then 110 just felt completely off. Like it still moved really quickly, and 110 on week 1 is actually massive for me. Like very happy with that. And actually the speed of the rep was fine. It just like I misgrooved it. It just didn't move well. Like it just wasn't ideal, but it's fine. Thank you. No. Wait, still biting as you can see, although he has got better to be fair. But yeah, so the 110 didn't feel great, but considering how I feel, I benched 110 on week 1, so I'm not mad. And I said in the last video, like I am being more aggressive with bench this block because I think I have the strength for a lot more than what I've actually been hitting. I just need to kind of grow up and load it. So that's kind of the theme for this block, and I'm just gonna try being a bit more aggressive and see how that goes. But I'm just gonna put him down before he starts fidgeting too much. So yeah, kind of happy with how that went. And then back offs were really comfortable actually. Again, considering how I feel, like they move pretty well, I can't really complain. Shoulder pain also, nowhere near as bad as the other day. On my, I think it was my second set of back offs, I flared a bit too much and it definitely felt uncomfortable. But then I just kind of stopped overthinking it and it felt a lot better for the next couple sets. So it also doesn't really feel painful anymore. Like it's been fine since the other day when it was quite bad. So I'm not complaining about that. I feel like I've forgotten what I was actually going to say. Close grip was okay. On the set I filmed, I did forget to set the rack higher, so unracking it was a bit uncomfortable. But yes, close grip was fine. It feels harder than it should, like it's 85 kilos, but also I've not pushed close grip. Like I've only done it for a couple of blocks and it's not a movement I've pushed like in years, so can't complain. I don't really have much more to say. I also feel like my talking capabilities have kind of disintegrated because it's gone 10 PM now. And I like to be in bed at this time. So I'm going to probably wrap the video up here, to be fair. It'll probably just be like a quick training video. Nothing to really say. Cut videos will be starting soon. I'm going to document quite a lot of it, hopefully that's the plan. Let me know if there's anything you specifically want to see. Do you want me to film like cooking and meal prep and stuff? Do you want me to let you know the macros of the foods that I'm eating? I'm happy to talk about what my macros are and what I'm kind of doing and how I'm kind of planning on the deficit and stuff. Like I've already planned my macros for like the 10 weeks that I want to do this. Well, it'll probably be longer than a 10-week cut because I want to lose the weight really slowly so I don't lose any strength and I actually continue getting stronger. Because there's one thing cutting, trying to maintain your strength, but trying to cut and still get stronger is obviously quite difficult. But like the main reason I want to do this cut, which I will talk about in more detail, is because I just feel like my body's setting point is slowly creeping higher and higher, like after every kind of competitive year. Like at the moment, I think my body weight's like set at like 89-ish kilos, if that's my body wants to comfortably be when I'm not tracking, which isn't ideal. That's too heavy for me. So I want to just cut down to like 81, 82, and then let my setting point kind of reset. Maybe around like 84. Don't know if that makes a lot of sense right now, but I'm just gonna stop talking. It's so late. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna get this dog indoors and get ready for bed. If you made it to the end, thank you, appreciate it. Leave a like, comment, let me know you're here, and subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, and I will see you in a few days for the next video.